We present the 10 best new series currently available on different streaming platforms. Before starting the video, it would help me a lot if you took a moment to give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your kind support. Number 10. Dirty Lines is a drama series set in Amsterdam in the 1980s, when a family launches the first erotic line in history. However, being a part of one of the most famous sexual desire businesses in the world can make you rethink your sex life. The story follows Marley Solomon, a psychology student who decides to accept a job at a new company called Telejushi, founded by two brothers, Frankie Ramones. In the morning, the company makes a lot of money, and Marty is suddenly immersed in the rapid transformation of Amsterdam in 1987 with a fast rhythm, music lights, drinks, expensive cars, and good humorous moments. The series operates as a tribute to the late 1980s. Number 9. SAS Rogue Heroes is a drama series about how the Special Forces Unit of Great Britain was found in the darkest days of World War II. The story follows Sterling, an eccentric young officer who is hospitalized after a training exercise goes awry. Convinced that traditional commando units don't work as they should, he creates a radical plan that goes against all the accepted rules of modern warfare. He decides to recruit the toughest and brightest soldiers for a small covert unit that will create chaos in the enemy lines. The series has a brilliant setting of war zones and cities in North Africa and is further supported by a powerful, very anachronistic soundtrack full of rocky punk songs that, together with the humor of the series and explicit violence, ends up becoming a true spectacle. Number 8. Glitch. This series tells us how, in Korea, a series of disappearances begin to happen that leave strange marks, and also how, before the people disappear, the electronic devices begin to fail. So the young Hong sets out to discover the truth about what is happening, because her boyfriend, with whom she has been in a relationship for 4 years, has disappeared, and she is determined to find him no matter what that cost. During an investigation, she will discover unimaginable things that defy human perception, because Jijo is usually a very rational person, and although she is open to different perspectives and possibilities, it seems impossible to her. The existence of alien sense, after following the clues left by the disappearance of her partner, she allies herself with one and a group of UFO fans, with whom does she come to the conclusion that both her boyfriend and the other missing people have been abducted. Number 7. The White Lotus. The Lotus is a miniseries that is set in an exclusive and paradisiacal tropical resort. The story follows several guests in this wonderful hotel and its employees during the span of a week. Although it may seem like a short time in 7 days, The Lotus is an entertaining comic miniseries that satirically addresses the differences between social classes and the identity crisis they have to deal with, which is why it has a large number of very charismatic characters. It is definitely a production from HBO that is different and surprising for how deep and exquisite it becomes. In short, With the Lotus is a miniseries that we highly recommend viewing for all those who are looking for an addictive miniseries that has great hits of black comedy. Number 6. The Devil's Hour is a thriller series that follows the story of Lucy Chambers' 8-year-old son, who has no emotion and is quite withdrawn. His mother says he talks even to empty chairs. His house is haunted by the echoes of life that is not his. Now that her name is inexplicably connected to a series of brutal murders in the place where they live, the answers that have eluded her all these years will finally come into focus. I thought the series was magnificent. It is one of the best that can be seen right now on Amazon Prime Video. The script is highly complex and full of details. The interpretations are very good, and the settings are excellent. The series manages to trap the viewer in a thick web of mystery, fear, and ghostly visions, which is why this production is a delight for all the palates. But if you enjoy mystery and supernatural, you will have a great time. Number 5. Warrior Nun is a science fiction series that revolves around a 19-year-old girl who has just discovered that she has extraordinary powers when she wakes up in the morgue with a new life contract. In addition, a divine artifact is embedded in her back. At the same time, she finds out that she is a part of an ancient order that also aims to fight against demons on Earth and mysterious forces that represent heaven and hell. The young woman is trapped in this battle between good and evil. The truth is that the Warrior series is not entertaining. and has a good rhythm that is not boring. It has a story that, without being deep, carries the plot in a good. Number 4. Let the Right One In. In this series, Oscar is a 12-year-old boy. Years he has lived with his mother in a small suburb. He suffers from bullying by his classmates, and in his free time, he imagines the cruelest ways to get revenge on each of them. However, his life takes an unexpected turn when new neighbors they move to the front, whose names are Jacqueline and Ellie, who is a 12-year-old girl who only goes out at night and does not seem to feel any cold. Oscar's curiosity leads him to begin to interact with a strange girl who ends up being his best friend, encouraging him to react and take revenge on his classmates. Everything becomes more macabre when he discovers that the older man he moved in, which is not actually his father, and that the little girl is hiding a terrible secret at the time that a series of murders will break out in the narrow town in this series. Number 3. The Bastard Son and the Devil Himself. Nathan is a 16-year-old boy who is the illegitimate son of the most feared witch in the world. He has spent his entire life being monitored for signs that he may follow the same destructive path as his father. As tensions increase, the old boundaries between good and bad crumble, and you need to discover what kind of person this series really is. We are not going to tell you much more, but honestly, if you like fantasy, it is a series that you are going to love. Its effects very much. Specials and its settings are a point in favor of this spectacular production. Number 2. The Peripheral. Has a brother named Burton, who is a Navy veteran, and his sick mother lives in a small town in the mountains. The brothers earn extra money paying simulations by sharing Burton's avatar and competing for users who pay a lot to overcome the game's demanding levels. But when Burton is offered the opportunity to test the beta version of a new sim, he flames, who ends up playing pretending to be her brother, but soon she realizes that the game is more real than she could have ever imagined, and the London she is exploring actually exists in the future, in the year 2099, and a man seems to be the key to reveal the mystery. But what she discovered at the research institute puts her and her family in serious danger. If you like science fiction and futuristic trailers for this series, you are going to love it. Number 1. 1899. 1899 is a German series by the same creators of the successful series Dark. This very good production follows the passengers of a migratory ship bound for the west to leave Europe. The passengers, who come from different places on the old continent, are united by their dreams in the new century and by their future. Abroad, the trip is peaceful until they encounter another migratory ship adrift in the open sea, something that radically changes the course of the trip. Everything they discover on board will turn their hopeful journey to the promised land into a horrible nightmare. 1899 is a series with a good cinematographic setting, and frankly, it is addictive. The creators of Dark are back with another cryptic enigma to solve, one that will definitely surprise you very pleasantly. This is a series that is very worth watching if you like mystery and suspense. Tell me which series you will see of those recommendations, or which one do you think was missing in this video. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell. See you in the next video. See you soon.